Thank you for checking in. So today I'm continuing my series on how to build a home. So just continuing from my last video where I showed the preparations that go on before a home is built. There was in one of the videos I showed how a lot of things need to be done. The utilities need to be connected before the home is even approved for building. So you want to make sure there's water and there's a sewer connection and there's enough drainage, everything the town requires before you can proceed with obtaining all the permits that you need and proceeding with your construction. So obviously this home has obtained all the necessary permits and now the foundation is being dug. So it is a very interesting process. You can see there's a digging going on for where the home will be built. It's a very intricate process. So obviously you submit a plan to the town about what you're going to build and they approve it, and at the end of the day you better make sure that you built what you said you were going to build, because you have to submit an as-built plan detail. So here is one of the connections that for the drainage that is being done underground, and I had shown this tree box because it's one of the drainage requirements for the home. So this tree box means that they want the builder here to dedicate this space for for planting a tree. So the tree is supposed to help with runoff water, just to slow down water runoff so that there is no flooding when it rains heavily. So this is a part of the drainage system and the sewer connection and the water connection and all of that. So obviously you get water into the home and you have to clean the water. That's why you have a sewer connection. You can't just have just water. You have to have that sewer connection in order to take out dirty water, clean all that stuff. Everything is planned and everything needs to be done. So this is the space for the foundation. As you can see here, the hole has been dug, and it is a very extensive process here. So obviously you have to, so when you're building a home, you're essentially burying the home. So everything needs to have a solid foundation in order to stand firm. So after the hole's been dug, you can see here that there is some concrete that is being poured. So this tank is pouring in some concrete into the foundation space here. So essentially the basement is under construction here. So when you see a home and you go down to the basement, this is pretty much where it starts. Everything starts right here in the basement space. So when the concrete is poured, so essentially you're forming the walls of the basement and things like that. So that's why you need concrete and you need this woodwork, as you can see. And I'm going to show some more extensive woodwork that gets done as we go along in the basement construction. So all these stages need to also be inspected by the town to make sure that everything adheres properly with the standards and with the laws and the town's specifications for the home. So as you can see here, they had just poured the concrete, so that's like made of cement and water, so eventually it hardens, and that's why you have, when you go down to basements, you find that it's got concrete as opposed to wood, just wood. It has really solid concrete that makes the house stand for years and years. So when you see how this whole process works, you get to appreciate more these builders that do this work. It is very intricate, detailed, and you have homeowners that purchase these properties and they own it for years upon years upon years because of the intricate detail that goes on. So like I said, this is the concrete that's being poured by the tank, so it's still filling up those gaps. So basically you have what's called like some kind of underground framing, and in the end I'm going to show also when the actual framing of the home starts. But for now, what you're seeing here is mostly just the basement being the foundation, and the basement being put together. Basically the foundation to start with, because then that's where the basement is going to stand on the foundation. So this process is it's really interesting here, because when sometimes you see those tanks, those trucks, and they are carrying cement, and they're carrying, and then the tank has to keep rolling and rolling to ensure that the cement doesn't solidify inside the tanks. So this is what they are carrying. And when you're trying to construct a home, you order this process. They need to come pour the cement, and then it then hardens and just starts the whole process. So the cement here is actually very, very important in the construction of a home. So some parts of the country, when you go to the tropical parts of the US, for example, Florida, they build homes, they use a lot more concrete than we do here in New England area, where we have many more months of cold weather. So we use different materials, but we all in the end use concrete, which is the solidifying factor here. A very, very crucial element in the construction of a home. So I believe this is the next day, and as you can see, I believe it rained. So the foundation is really not affected by rainfall, because construction just goes on, because actually the water helps the cement to sort of solidify. So it's not a problem at all. So what then goes on is what's called the form work. So the form work just involves the foundation being formed a bit more detailed, as you can see here, and I would show subsequent steps in subsequent videos. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.